So for this video, I'm going to show Kubernetes Service. So it's just created. Great. And I'm going to just use a standard preset cluster. Let's go to cluster name. And it recommends that you do zones 1, 2, and 3, but since it's just a demo, I'm going to get rid of them. And this is fine for the node size, but I only want one node just because it's just a simple thing. And I'm ready to go. And I'll come back after it's deployed. Well, one thing I'll say while it's getting ready is that like Kubernetes is kind of like, I just think of it as like a manager for containers and the VMs, and you create the master node, and then you add the VMs, well, the containers. I don't really know how it works. I haven't used it that much. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna get into what it works, but basically it allows like containers to restart if the virtual machines on them stop, and it's a place to store passwords and other things, and it's just a manager of containers. Similar, I guess, the difference between that and Docker is this is more for I'm trying to think what's the big difference between them. Basically it says that Kubernetes is for multiple clusters while Docker is just one, which means Kubernetes is more extensive. Okay, it's ready, so let's go to it. And we'll start with workloads. And we'll add a deployment. And I'll just paste in some code. So basically this is just creating a container that's using Nginx. And I used it before in a different video. You use it to host a web server on Linux. Anyway, so it's just creating an image of this on port 80. So let's add it. And right here, it's not ready, and here we refresh. Okay, it's ready. And let's go to services, and let's add, and let me get the code. And this is just creating a load balancer all over port 80. So there we go. And that's how you could connect to the actual container. Here's the container that we created. And then this is, when it's ready, the way to connect to it. I'll come back. Alright, should be good now. Let's refresh. And so it gives you the external IP. Click it, opens a new tab, and here's the Nginx homepage. And basically, Nginx has been deployed as a container, which has been deployed onto the Kubernetes cluster. And that's how you use Kubernetes service.